GMKU. I'm Megan.
And I'm Maddie.
And we're having a great day.
Yeah, I'm so sad Halloween's over. Did you have fun?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I was Minnie Mouse.
You were Minnie Mouse? What'd you do?
I went to a couple Halloween parties and
fun.
I made some cinnamon rolls, and it was just a great holiday.
That sounds so fun.
What do you do?
I went to a friend's house for a Halloween party. Yeah, it was fun.
What were you?
I was Tom Cruise from Risky Business, so I had the big t-shirt.
That's so creative.
Yeah. Speaking of holidays, it's also election day here.
Are you going to vote?
I can't vote. I'm not registered here, but...
Yeah, I'm registered in Johnson County, so I would have to go all the way to Johnson County to vote.
Yeah. I think a couple weeks ago in Wesco, they were helping people register to vote, so if you wanted to vote here, you could, but the election doesn't really affect Lawrence, so there's no point.
Yeah, that's actually how I registered to vote.
Really?
They're just out on Wesco, tabling, and doing all of that, so.
Really? That's so interesting. I registered at home, but wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
And also tonight is the basketball game.
Yeah, it's the second exhibition game for KU basketball, playing Fort Hays State.
And it starts at 7. I'm excited, but I can't go.
Yeah, I can't go either.
I'll definitely be watching it from the TV, though.
Yeah. What was the predicted score again?
I'm not sure, but I know last week when the UDK predicted their score, they were actually right. Like
dead on, right?
Like they were dead right, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I think we have a clip to show you about KU basketball. So, who was it by again?
Reporter Jackson Long actually made a video where he interviewed people on Wesco, so we'll go to that now.
So do you know who Bill Self is?
Yes, he's a former KU basketball coach.
Yes, correct. The former KU basketball coach, Bill Self.
I'll take it in, but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world. Hey, I'm on top of the world.
Is he still the coach?
All right, so we're going to do wordplay here. All right, I say one word, you come with the other. Andrew Wiggins.
The best. Star.
Superstar. Superstar. Amazing.
Awesome. Is this like, it's supposed to be really witty?
He's awesome.
Phenomenal all-star.
That's like 8 words. What do you think Perry Ellis does on Friday nights?
Reads.
Favorite video game for Perry Ellis?
Lord of the Rings. Ooh, maybe he goes to the Hawk, maybe he goes to Mass Street.
I don't think Perry Ellis does that on Friday nights. What do you do on Friday nights?
Stay in.
What do you do on Friday nights?
I just hang out and drink.
Respectable answer. Bill Self.
Leader.
Fantastic.
Smart, intelligent, mentor.
Pretty hot, Dad. Don't put that in there.
The best.
Badass.
Love that. That's the best answer of the day. Nadir Tharp.
Leader.
Leader.
Nadir Tharp.
So you guys are potential recruits, right?
Yeah.
Seniors in high school. Andrew Wiggins was a senior in high school once. What do you guys think about KU?
It's really great, really fun, and super.
If Tyler Self asked you on a date, would you say yes?
Absolutely. Yes. No hesitation.
Have you heard of his son, Tyler Self?
No,
He plays on the team.
I don't know anything about that.
What is your favorite KU experience of all time?
Probably getting to run down to Mass Street after beating Ohio State, going to the Final Four, going to the national championship game.
Do you have high hopes for this team?
Maybe not for the team. I've heard the Kentucky might beat us this year. Championship.
Or bust?
Or bust.
What about Kentucky?
I was about to say them, but
That will not be included on the interview. Thank you very much for your time. God bless KU. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Hi, and we're back with Michael Detmet from the coordinator from the LGBTQ Resource Center. How are you today, Michael?
I'm great. Thank you.
Good. Well, will you just tell me a little bit about the Resource Center and what you guys do?
Absolutely. We are basically a clearinghouse of information for students, staff, and faculty. We serve the whole campus community in terms of education and advising the student groups, the LGBTQ related student groups.
Oh wow, that's really interesting. So I've been seeing these buttons all around campus. Can you tell me a little bit about that? What is that all
Absolutely.
about?
We started an ally campaign in early August, and we had basically we're asking people to wear these buttons on their backpacks or purse, whatever they carry with them on campus, and we're having basically we have tables around campus on Wesco Beach or here in front of the Union, and we have people pledge to be an ally for the LGBTQ community. And within, I want to say 9 or 10 days, we have had over 412 allies pledge to be an ally to the community.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yes.
So basically anyone can just walk up to one of these tables or even go to the Resource Center and kind of sign this pledge?
Absolutely. We have, the pledge kind of outlines the responsibilities of what it means to be an ally for the community. So we ask that people are honest and authentic when they pledge.
What does it mean? Could you kind of...
In the most basic definition, it means to be a helper. That's what an ally in I guess a basic definition would be, but it's asking people to stand up and take the fight for the LGBTQ community on campus.
So kind of like, in a way, is it an open, like those people are like open to talk to? So
Right, they're open to talk to, they're challenging homophobia and heterosexist acts and behavior.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
Do you think it's been effective so far?
Absolutely. I mean, in 11 days, we have over 400 allies on campus, so I haven't been able to walk down the boulevard without seeing one of the pins on people's backpacks. So I think we're making it work.
That's great.
Yeah.
Have you got any feedback at all?
Yes. On the forums, people kind of write feedback, and we have pledge cards where people write why they're pledging to be an ally, and people are really enjoying it and glad to show their support.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Resource Center itself isn't a club that you can join,
No,
right?
we're not necessarily a student organization. Okay. However, we are serving students. It's actually a university department in the Student Involvement Leadership Center. So we serve students, staff, and faculty.
Okay, so how else could one get involved then if they can't necessarily join the Resource Center club?
Sure, we do several programs and events throughout the year, so they can attend some of our programs and educational events, or they can join one of the LGBTQ student groups. We have 4 on campus. The first is Queers and Allies. That's our longest running student group. They've been here for 39 years.
Wow.
We have the Out group in the science, technology, education, and our engineering and math fields. We have Outlaws and Allies, and we have Delta Lambda Phi.
Oh wow, so there's lots to join.
Yes.
You can definitely get involved. Do you have any events coming up?
We do. Next week on Thursday, we have a panel of Out LGBTQ athletes from KU coming to speak at the Queers and Allies meeting, and that's going to be in the Sabatini Multicultural Resource Center in the Union at 7 p.m. next Thursday. And then on Friday, we're having a drag show at Wild Chateau at 11 p.m.
Is this the first one?
No, we do this every year in November as a fundraiser for our big Gapril events, which is our Pride Month.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
And so I'm guessing you guys have a Facebook page too. Right?
We do. The LGBTQ Resource Center Facebook page is facebook.com/KU LGBTQ. The Queers and Allies is facebook.com/KU Q&A.
Oh wow, that's great to
Yes.
hear. Well, you can definitely get involved then. It sounds like
Absolutely.
you're doing a lot to
There's tons of
promote and
outlets.
make a change. That's awesome. All right, well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank
it's
you.
been so great.
Yes.
And we'll be back with Megan and Maddie with the news.
If I had a superpower, what would it be? It would be magic. Yeah, watch. Is that your card? Is that your card?
The ability to make lots and lots of money.
I could bend silverware with my mind. Is that your card? No. Is that your card?
Or you could just give blood.
Today is election day, and even though there are no major races locally, there are still some states to keep an eye on. Voters will elect new governors in Virginia and New Jersey and new mayors in Boston, Detroit, and New York City. Boston will be electing its first new mayor in 20 years after the retirement of Tom Menino.
University of Missouri football fans booed a reference to President Obama at the halftime of the football game on Saturday. New members of the Missouri National Guard were making their sworn oath to obey the orders of the President of the United States when the booing occurred. State Representative Clem Smith said that the crowd was disrespectful of the proud women and men of our nation's military.
Fantasy football fans are holding their breath today as they await the fate of Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers. One of the best quarterbacks in the league, Rodgers was injured in the opening minutes of Monday night's football game against Chicago. He did not return and the Bears eventually won 27-20.
The number 5 ranked KU men's basketball team will be back in action tonight as they host Fort Hays State at 7 p.m. in Allen Fieldhouse. This is the second exhibition game of the season. All eyes will be on freshman Frank Mason, who will start at point guard in place of a to-be-suspended Nadir Tharp. Tharp is suspended for the first regular season game of the year because he played in a summer pro-am game in Chicago.
Freshman KU volleyball player Taylor Susi has claimed the second Big 12 Rookie of the Week honors. After recent wins against Baylor and TCU, the Jayhawks hope to continue the winning trend tomorrow against West Virginia. First serve is at 6 p.m. in the Horsch Family Athletics Center.
Jose Luis couldn't be here with us today, but he has turned in his first healthcare show of the semester. Let's take a look at it.
Hello, welcome to the Healthcare Show on KUJH-TV. My name is Jose Luis Milicic, and every week I'll be introducing a new healthcare-related topic on the show. The focus of this week's show is diabetes. Diabetes is a serious illness that the American Diabetes Association says contributed to the deaths of more than 231,000 people in the United States in 2007 and resulted in blindness, nerve damage, and amputations for many others. Diabetes is a disease that affects more than 350 million people worldwide and has reached epidemic status in many places. China has just surpassed the United States as the #1 country with the highest rates of diabetes, and more often children are becoming prone to the disease. This week we spoke to Professor of Anthropological Biology and Genetics, Dr. Michael Crawford at the University of Kansas. Let's hear what he had to say.
You know, it's a very complex disease associated with metabolism of glucose. There are many forms of this disease, you know, from type 1, which is autoimmune form directly, type 2, which is the late onset associated with obesity, type 1.5, which is LADA.
According to the Journal of the American Medical Association, more than 11% of the U.S. population has diabetes, and about 1.9 million new cases were diagnosed in 2010. So what is diabetes? The human digestive system breaks food down into glucose that the body's cells can easily absorb and use for energy to sustain the basic biological functions necessary for life. Insulin, a hormone created in the pancreas, is essential in the process. Diabetes interrupts, stops, or otherwise threatens the body's ability to produce or effectively use insulin. When this occurs, cells cannot absorb glucose for energy and die.
Genes interact with the environment. We know that without a doubt. But now that we have, DNA, and we have the whole DNA sequence for the human genome, we can refine that to a much greater degree.
Diagnosing diabetes early and making healthy lifestyle choices is key to treating the disease. Experts are excited about the progress they are achieving in the process of mapping out diabetes and the advances being made in the field of epigenetics, which brings new insight into studying the disease. The recent advances made in diabetes research are good news to many people, particularly when it comes to the discoveries made in epigenetics. But that is a subject we'll take a look at next week. Thank you for watching, take care, and goodbye.